We begin tonight with breaking news. A jury has reached a decision in the murder case against a former Rancho Palos Verdes high school student.
The case made headlines when the teen admitted he was the getaway driver and got out on bail. CBS2's Juan Fernandez is live in our newsroom at this hour with the jury's verdict. Juan?
Well, Jeff Crystal, the jury found Cameron Terrell not guilty of all counts in last year's deadly shooting in South Los Angeles. It is a blow to the prosecution, who said despite his affluent background, Terrell ran around with known gang members. Jurors also found Terrell not guilty of 2 counts of attempted murder of 2 other men who were not injured in the shooting that killed 21-year-old Justin Holmes. He was gunned down last October by 2 juvenile suspects that drove away in a black Mercedes. A detective testified Terrell admitted he was the driver. The defense said his client didn't know anyone was going to get shot. He argued Terrell's instinct was to drive away when his friends ran back to the car. During the trial, prosecutors showed video they say Terrell took of his friends kicking candles at the victim's memorial. Today, Terrell had this to say.
I'll say rest in peace, Justin Holmes. He shouldn't have died that day. And, I pray for his family every night. This has been weighing on me every single day of my life. I don't have to explain myself to anyone. God knows what really happened that day, and God knows what was in my head that day.
The case made headlines when Terrell's wealthy family posted $5 million bail and he returned to classes at his high school. Terrell now says he plans to attend the University of Houston and go to law school. Crystal and Jeff, I'll send it back to you.
Okay, Juan, thank you so much. Well, for the coast of the valley, the heat is certainly on. And today is the first in a streak of dangerously hot days all across the Southland, with triple-digit heat already in some places.
And these brutal conditions possibly sparked a brush fire today in Stevenson Ranch. Firefighters rushed to Pico Canyon Road near Pico Canyon Park when the call came in. After a few hours, crews stopped the fire's forward progress. It burned 90 acres and is just 35% contained. 3 firefighters suffered minor heat-related injuries.
We do have team coverage, including Nicole Comstock in the Inland Empire.
But let's begin first with CBS 2's Garth Kemp, who is tracking these dangerous temps. Garth.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. 85 degrees right now downtown. We've already busted up much more than we thought we would get today. We are at 108 out towards San Bernardino. I'm going to say it to you like I always say, please watch your pets. 107 in the Lancaster. Across the valley floor, 101. Listen, if we want to try to avoid some power outages here between 5 p.m. and 9 p.m., don't use heavy appliances when you go home. Make sure your air conditioning is not super cool. Turn lights out. Just keep the power level low so we can hopefully avoid what happened a couple of weeks ago when a lot of people were without power in horrible heat. But there's the change from yesterday. 24 hours ago, it was that cooler. Now we're about 5 degrees warmer in most spots. San Bernardino, 7. We have watches and warnings. I'll show you all of that coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you guys.
And CBS 2's Nicole Comstock is live in one of the hottest areas of the Southland. I know Corona is steaming tonight. People are trying to sweat it out, Nicole.
Yeah, guys, this is really the only place to be out here where it is 105 degrees right now. You have to find a spot near the water here with the kids to cool off. But if you weren't this lucky today and you had to work out in the heat, or if you're expecting to later this week, well, guess what? It's only going to get hotter. The summer sun is beating down on the Inland Empire, a heat wave you can see, creating a mirage over the 91 in Corona.
I try not to think about it. Yeah, the less I think about it, the more I don't dread it.
Triple-digit temperatures made Alex Twong's 2-mile run much more tiring.
I've got my little dish I carry with me, so if they get thirsty, they're ready to go.
And made Larry Schmidt's dog walking routine revolve around the heat.
Take them for their morning walk, take one in the evening walk, and then go home where it's nice and cool for the rest of the day.
And it was a shirt-soaking sweat for this construction crew. While the temperature continued to climb, they were tasked with digging a trench for underground fiber optic wiring.
Oh, miserable. This canopy helps a lot.
Several scorching hot days and warm nights this week will make it more dangerous to work and work out outside, increasing the likelihood of heat-related illness and injury.
Try everything we can to keep working and keep cool.
Kids across the region are trying their best to keep cool too.
We're playing in the water.
Plenty of parents taking their little ones to water features on this first of 4 very hot days.
Like 100 degrees Celsius. Bugs can't even come out of the shade.
Okay, those little guys are officially too cute, right? But just a reminder, if you are out near water anytime this week, you still have to drink a lot of extra water to stay hydrated because you're probably sweating a lot out here in this heat as well. Reporting live in Corona, Nicole Comstock, CBS 2 News.
Okay, Nicole, thank you so much. And if this is what you're looking for to beat the heat, well, certainly be careful. There's a high surf advisory for places like Huntington Beach until 9 p.m. Wednesday. Forecasters expecting waves as high as 9 feet.
And as the temps go up, power can sometimes go out. CalISO is already declaring a flex alert for tomorrow and Wednesday. We are all being asked to conserve electricity from 5 to 9 p.m. both days. And
get up to the minute forecast on the CBS2 weather app. Download it free for Apple and Android. And more questions today in that deadly hostage standoff at Trader Joe's. The store manager died when the suspect got into a shootout with police. Now here's the latest. The suspect is 28-year-old Gene Atkins. He remains in custody on $2 million bail. Investigators are still combing through the crime scenes while the friends, family, and mourners remember the store manager killed. CBS 2's Dave Lopez is live in Silver Lake, where the store is closed and the investigation is far from over. Dave.
Well, as far as we know, that store would be closed indefinitely. The family of the store manager who was killed arrived from out of town. The brother said that he and the family are not ready to make any public statement. The suspect remains in custody. No arraignment date has been set. He's still injured. And over my shoulder, you can see this growing tribute now. Family members, you can see the mother with her 2 children. This has been the scene all day long. A lot of people who may not even know Miss Corrado have come here, placed flowers, notes, lit candles. They feel that they just have to do something like this. And of course, the big question is, who shot her? What is it, suspect? Was it the LAPD? We were hoping to get an answer today from the LAPD, but not today.
I consider this to be my Trader Joe's.
I just feel terrible. The hurt, the agony, the shock still has not worn off at this Trader Joe's store in the Silver Lake district.
My daughter loved her. She's like, Mom, she's the sweetest person, sweetest person. I just can't believe that this happened to her.
In fact, no one can. Anyone who knew 27-year-old Melody Corrado, everyone called her Melly, said she always had a smile, always was willing to help. And people are greatly affected by what happened here. The growing floral tribute in front of the store all day. People bring flowers, leave notes, shed a tear.
I just don't have any words.
Miss Corrado, whose family flew in from out of state and remains in seclusion today, had worked at this store as the manager for a little more than 6 months. Prior to that, she was at this Trader Joe's in Toluca Lake, where people were just too upset to go on camera to talk about her. Off camera, they described her as a hard worker, someone who they all grew to love and trust, and she was promoted to manager to the store in the Silver Lake district. And her co-workers told me she was quite excited about the promotion. She was on duty Saturday as manager when, according to police, the suspect, Gene Atkins, crashed his car in front of Trader Joe's. According to police, he had just shot his grandmother, kidnapped his girlfriend, who apparently witnessed the shooting, took her in his car, got into a high-speed chase from South LA to the Silver Lake district. Shots were fired, the girlfriend in the car the entire time, and then he gets out after he crashes as he races into the store, exchanging gunshots with police. By now, Miss Corrado was somewhere in the parking lot. And we don't know if she came out because she heard the commotion outside or for another reason. But she was shot by Atkins or by the LAPD. That is the big question that is still under investigation. Ballistics tests, which I am told are nearly complete, will give a definite answer to who shot her. In the meantime, a sign in this business today, Mental Health Day, closed. Over my shoulder, you can see, again, people just coming here. Gentleman making the sign of the cross after he left flowers off. They just come, they look, they have their heads bowed, they as though they're in some type of prayer of some kind, remembering. They might have known her, maybe they did, maybe they didn't, but they can't believe what had happened here. Reporting live from the Silver Lake District, I'm Dave Lopez, CBS 2 News.
Let's go to some breaking news right now. We're told a sinkhole opens up in Inglewood.
Stu Mandela is live in Sky 2 with a look. Stu.
Well, it's happening out here on Centinela near the cross of Florence. You can see emergency road repair crews are here on scene. Now, they say this is a 12 by 12, 7-foot deep hole. Was reported earlier this afternoon. They said it's caused by a water main break underneath the roadway. Right now, though, crews are here. They said 48 hours to fix it. Centinela is going to be closed for about a block right there at Florence. A couple of businesses in the area don't have water because of the outage. Live in Sky 2 over Inglewood, I'm Stu Mandel. Back to you two in the studio.
And now to politics and a war of words between President Trump and Iran. The president tweeted this warning to Iran today: never ever threaten the United States again, or you will suffer consequences the likes of which few throughout history have ever suffered before, end quote. The president was responding to Iran's President Hassan Rouhani, who said that war with Iran is the mother of all wars, and that peace would be the mother of all peace.
He was responding to comments made from them, and he's going to continue to focus on the safety and security of American people.
President Trump has taken a hard line with Iran. He pulled out of the Iran deal back in May. And late today, Iranian officials accused the White House of waging psychological warfare. They vowed to resist U.S. efforts to destabilize their government.
And a high-stakes battle over greenhouse gases might soon come to a head between President Donald Trump's administration and California. Bloomberg News reports the EPA is expected to propose revoking the Clean Air Act waiver that lets California regulate tailpipe carbon emissions. That waiver also forces car makers to sell more electric vehicles than other states. The proposal revokes Obama-era standards. The 2009 waiver lets California set tougher standards than the government's rules.
LA school board member pleaded guilty today in a money laundering scheme. Ref Rodriguez accepted a plea deal.
He won't get jail time, but will get 3 years probation and 60 hours of community service. CBS 2's Cara Finstrom explains it's in connection with his 2015 election campaign.
How do you now plead? Guilty.
Prosecutors say Rodriguez and his cousin Elizabeth Melendrez, who accepted a similar plea deal, reimbursed donors to his 2015 election campaign. They say he used about $25,000 of his own money to pay back family and friends. What makes this case unusual? Rodriguez could have legally donated the money to his own campaign directly. Critics say the scheme was an effort to make it look like he had more financial backing than he did. A group of vocal parents and charter school opponents have also pointed to other possible conflicts of interest. They protested repeatedly, calling for an investigation and Rodriguez's resignation. Rodriguez resigned earlier today. Right after the plea deal, his attorney characterized the money laundering as a mistake by someone new to politics.
He's lost his job, he's lost his career, he's lost his reputation, and financially this has been a devastating case, both this and the proceedings before the City Ethics Commission. And so it's pretty much a total wipeout for him.
We are not going to stand for corruption. We're not going to stand for lies. He laughed at our democratic process. He laughed at the voters that voted him in under false pretenses. And we finally feel that the truth is out.
Commissioner Davis?
Aye.
And I also vote aye.
Rodriguez also reached a settlement today with the City Ethics Commission, agreeing to pay a $100,000 fine for his and his cousin's actions. One of the commissioners called Rodriguez's conduct personally offensive. Cara Finstrom, CBS 2 News.
What gives them the right to do this again?
Anger and outrage from families of loved ones killed in the Las Vegas mass shooting over a lawsuit filed against them by MGM.
Plus, a security camera captures the moment a car slams into an Orange County nail salon, sending one person to the hospital.
And on camera, a building comes crashing down this morning in Miami Beach. What caused the collapse?